that was basically just to give you a small idea how adjective endings can work. So today we will totally discuss about adjective endings. Now, first thing first, you need to understand what are adjective endings basically and why they are required. So, if you see, like if you could see in your homework also, there were some articles like un, unbestimmt articles, basically ein, einer, and then there was an adjective, and then there was some ending which was added to that adjective. So the additional letter, you can say, or the additional declaration which you have to add with the adjective, that is nothing but just adjective ending. Now, why they are required? They are basically, the basic idea of having adjective ending is to distinguish between the cases and the gender of the noun, basically. Now, the adjective endings can be kept in three ways in any sentence, either with definite articles like der, die, das, dem, die, das, und so weiter, or indefinite articles with having ein, eine, einem, und so weiter, like you did in your homework, or without any article at all, like we are not adding any like ein, kein, der, die, das, or mein, dein, sein, and we are just writing the adjective, adding the ending to it for the particular noun. So there are three ways, 1, 2, and 3, to write something about, to adding ending to the adjective. Now, these adjective endings always obviously will differ as per masculine, feminine, neutral, and plural cases, because these are the the four genders we have, basically masculine, feminine, neutral, and plural, and then they also changes as per nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive. Now, this table, this grid might seem little tricky, but it's very simple to learn if you are familiar with this table. So this table is nothing new for us. We are pretty much aware of it, right? How bestimmt articles and unbestimmt articles work. So first, let's talk about this unbestimmt article, basically, because this is something you have already worked on in your homework. So I'm not talking in this table, I'm not talking about the adjective endings, but the normal nominative, accusative, and dative cases, and then the genders which we have. So this is how we write unbestimmt articles, right? All of us are aware of this table. Any confusion with this table? This is just like normal unbestimmt article table. Like with nominative masculine, it will be ein oder kein. With nominative feminine, it will be eine oder keine. Same with plural. And then with accusative, we have einen or keinen. And with dative, we have einem oder keinem. Same with neutral. And then with dative, feminine, and plural, we have einer, keiner oder einen, keinen. So this particular grid is clear. No question or clarification for that needed, right?
Learn.
Okay, good. Now, if we are very much familiar with this particular table or this particular table, then learning this table is not a big task. Now, let's talk about this table only. So, this is something we are already aware of. Now, what will happen is, if we are using this particular table, which is of unbestimmt article, like if we are adding any adjective ending using unbestimmt article, then there will be something like additional ending which we will have to add with our adjective. Now, what these adjective endings will be for this particular table, let's have a look of that. Here there is like one additional case mentioned, genitive. You can just ignore it as of now and focus on nominative, accusative, and dative only. So, if I talk about nominative case first, so we are well aware in masculine, feminine, neutral, and plural we use ein, eine, ein and keiner. So with masculine nominative, we will add extra er, because this ein does not tell us whether the noun is masculine, feminine or neutral. So this er ending we know is basically for masculine case in nominative. So if there is something which is masculine falling in nominative category, we will add ein plus extra er. Wie zum Beispiel ein kleiner Tisch. Tisch is their dish, right? So if I have to write a small dish in nominative case, I will write ein kleiner Tisch, because Tisch is their dish. Similarly, if I have to write for this for neutral, I will add ein plus extra es, because this ein again is not telling us whether the noun is masculine, neutral or feminine. So in order to define the gender, in order to declare the gender of that particular thing, we have to add this ending extra es. Wie zum Beispiel for neutral, I will write ein kleines Baby, because neutral we use das. So this extra er and this es are basically coming from this there and das. Now if you talk about same feminine, I will add extra e, which will come from this die. For feminine, I will write eine schöne Frau. And if I talk about plural, learning plural in this table is pretty simple, because with both the cases, with definite article and indefinite article, we are keeping our article as it is, and then we are adding extra en to it with all the cases, be it nominative, accusative, dative or genitive. Here also we are adding just extra en. So if I talk about plural case with nominative, I would be writing viele kleinen Kinder. So here I would not be writing viele kleine Kinder, but viele kleinen Kinder, because this is plural. So that's how it will work. Now if I talk about the same examples for accusative case, so this will become einen kleinen Tisch. So keep one thing in mind, this accusative masculine category is always special, because in this accusative case nothing changes, it's just the masculine case is just the masculine noun changes and all three remains the same. So this masculine and accusative case is always considered as a special case. So here we have einen already. So with our adjective we will add another en, which is coming from this den. Now if I talk about further examples, as I said, these neutral, feminine and plural remains same. So here also they will remain same, no change in that. Is it clear? How am I adding these adjective endings?
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I talk about the dative case, here what will happen, I will keep this einem as it is, einem kleinen Tisch. So here what I am doing, I am just adding again extra en with the adjective, because here we have already declared the gender with the unbestimmt article already. But here, like these two cases, here I had to take this extra er and then extra es from there and das, because here with unbestimmt article we were not declaring the gender. So that was pretty confusing. So in order to sort that, we had to declare it with the adjective. But here, since it has been declared already with the article, with the unbestimmt article, because we know if it's einem or einem, it will be definitely be there. It will be masculine or neutral. So here it has been declared already. So here what I am doing, I am just adding extra en with the adjective as an ending. Same will happen with einem, with neutral case. So here what I will write, einem kleinen baby. Einem will remain same, and then with klein I will add extra en like I have did here. Now, if I talk about feminine and plural case, here also I will be adding extra en. So now this dative case, if you see in with the perspective of adding something extra with the adjective, this is, you can say, like simple, because here you're just doing nothing in all four cases, be it masculine, neutral, feminine or plural, you're just adding extra en with the ending, because everything has been declared with the unbestimmt article already. And in fact, in most of the cases, be it with definite articles or indefinite articles, these endings will get added majorly. I'm just highlighting all these endings, and they will almost remain same, be it with definite article case, indefinite article case, or with no case at all. So either you're adding en or er or es or just extra e. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, so now for dative feminine, if I have to write, I will be writing einer schönen Frau, because einer is coming same from here, and then with schön I will add extra en. If I talk about plural case, with plural also, it will not be viele like it has written here, it will be vielen, because it is einen oder keinen. Similarly, it will be vielen, because with dative plural changes to den. So this en is coming from this den, and then extra en as an adjective ending. Clear? Okay, now let me give you some more examples for bestimmt articles also, and then you can note down this table before we proceed further to see some of the examples. Now there can be another case where you will write the adjective ending with definite articles. So if before plus, you see all the articles are basically same, so there is nothing changing, these are all same, it's just there will be some additional adjective ending, obviously, which we will be adding to our adjective. Now if I talk about there, since okay, one thing, so if you distinguish between definite article, masculine case, nominative, this basically, and then this, you will see that here we are adding e and here we are adding er. Why we are adding here e only, not er? Because the gender of this we have declared already, because when we look at there, we know that this we use for masculine, but here it was not the case. So in order to avoid the confusion, we have to declare it with the adjective ending, but here indefinite article case it has been declared already, so we will not be adding anything extra but just e. So here I will be writing der kleine Tisch. Here it was ein Kleinetisch because nothing was declared with the article, so we had to declare it here. But here it has been declared already with the definite article, so I'm just adding extra E here. Same will happen with das. So here I had to add extra es because nothing was declared here. But since the gender has been declared with das already, so I will write das kleine baby. Here I will just add extra e. Now if I talk about D, here also I will just add extra e. Die schöne Frau. Extra e only. Then with D will be viele kleine Now, as I said, with all the plural cases, we will be adding extra en, be it with definite article or with indefinite article. So with plural, you can learn it in this way. Whatever the article will be there as per the cases will be there. And with adjective, you just have to add extra en with plural case. Now, if I talk about accusative case, it will also be similar to this one. So it will be den kleinen Tisch. So here I am adding extra en because, as I said, accusative masculine will always be a special case. So whatever whatever the article will be, so the same ending will go with adjective also, because this is basically a special case, this masculine accusative. And this again will remain same, nothing will change, because neutral, feminine and plural in accusative remains same as it is in nominative. Now talking about dative case, here also since we have declared everything with the definite article only, so nothing extra we have to do with the adjective ending, it's just extra en will be there like we have did with the unbestimmt article case. So the table is almost like similar apart from these two cases, everything is similar, it's just here we are talking about unbestimmt article and here we are talking about bestimmt article. So these two cases basically for masculine and neutral in nominative case is little different, because here with unbestimmt article we were not declaring the gender, so we had to do the additional task of changing these two things. Okay, now getting back to this dative thing, so here it will be dem kleinen Tisch. Similarly, it will be dem kleinen Baby. Then here will be der schönen Frau. Nothing extra, just extra en with the ending. And then den oder vielen, let it be den only, den vielen Kindern. Is it clear? It must be little confusing in the beginning, but if you look at the table 2-3 times and understand how this is working, it will be pretty simple to learn. Any confusion?
I have a question. In bestim, in mitdative, in plural form, that kinder became kindern in bestim?
Kinder.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
So just do one thing, take 5 minutes, note this table in your copy along with these examples, and then we will proceed further with this no article case. And then we'll
Okay.
practice some of the sentences also. Let me know once done.
Done.
Escriben.
Okay. Now let's talk about the no article case. So no article case. A moment. Yep. So no article case is basically will be if you see this bestimmt article table now, and if you remove D from all the words here, so that will something will be your adjective ending for no article case. No article case is basically you're not adding any bestimmt article either nor unbestimmt article. It's just you're using the adjective as it is without any article, and then you are adding the ending to that particular adjective without the help of any bestimmt article or unbestimmt article. Now, since we will not have any article to define the gender, so we will be using these particular endings only with our adjective ending. Like we will take er from there, we will take es from thus, we will take e from feminine, we will take again e from plural. In accusative case, we will take extra en from this then, we will take again extra es from thus, then e and e from this feminine and plural, and same will happen with them with dative case. So we will take this em as an adjective ending, we will take em as an adjective ending for neutral, we will take er as an adjective ending for feminine in dative case, and then we will take this en as an adjective ending for dative plural case. So no article case is pretty simple and straight because we don't have any article, bestimmt, unbestimmt article to define or declare the gender or the case of the noun. So we will do it with the help of adjective only. And how we will do it? By adding these endings taking from our these articles. So this is the simplest one to learn. Just see this, what is happening here. Here we are having er, then e, then es for neutral, which is coming from das. This there, this er is coming from there. This plural the e is coming from the. Similarly, this en is coming from then. This em is coming from them. Then this er is coming from there. Dative feminine. Again, this em is coming from the neutral dative. So this is, the simplest table is this one with no article, because there is no confusion what to add with definite or indefinite article and then what to add with the adjective ending. So this is pretty simple and straight with no article case. Now let's read some of the sentences. I will wrap up the class like 5-7 minutes before because I have another call at 8 o'clock, but we have like good time to go through these sentences, and then I'll give you some homework along with the answers for practicing this particular topic. So Angie, can you read this sentence and all these three sentences, and then we'll see how they are working.
Okay. Deutsches Brot schmeckt immer gut.
Yes. So here this Brot is nominative, right? And then Brot is neutral. So with nominative neutral, what we are doing? So we'll simply take this es from das, from here. So Deutsch and then Deutsches. So German bread always tastes nice. So this is nominative with no article. Now let's say if I had to write the same sentence with definite article, what I would have written? I would have written das, because Brot is das Brot. Also das deutsche Brot schmeckt immer gut. Because I have declared the article or the gender of bread with das only. So here I will add extra e, like here. Yeah, like this one. And in case if I have to write it with unbestimmt article, so it would have been ein, only this ein, and then I would add extra es with my adjective. So ein deutsches Brot schmeckt immer gut. So that's how it will be. Is it being clear in your head, or is it clearing like a lot of confusion for now?
It's okay now. Maybe we will forget again.
Yes. So that's why I was saying, if you are familiar with this particular table now, like how the articles behave in bestimmt article case or unbestimmt article case. So adding adjective ending will be pretty simple. You just have to, go through this table 3-4 times to place it in your head. Okay, where we are adding extra en, or where we are adding only e, or where we are adding er, es. If you go through this like 3-4 times, then it will be pretty simpler to learn. Okay, so this is with nominative case with the bestimmt article, and this is nominative with unbestimmt article. Now, same like another sentence with 3 different examples. Rachel, can you please read that?
Wir können hier frischen Käse kaufen. Wir können hier den frischen Käse kaufen. Wir können hier einen frischen Käse kaufen.
So first, let's understand the noun with which we have to add adjective ending. Is that falling in nominative case, accusative case, or dative case? Here, this first sentence was for nominative because bread is nominative here. But here, this case is accusative, right? So here, we will add adjective endings as per this accusative case here. So first yellow highlighted example is with no article, because here we are not having any article, it's just the adjective we have. So frisch plus en, which is coming from den, in order to define, okay, this case is masculine, so den. But here in green highlighted sentence we have our adjective, we have our bestimmt article, definite article. So here extra en, and then extra en with the adjective also. Like I told you, this accusative masculine case is always special, where we are adding en with both the cases, with article also and with adjective also. But then here, if we talk about unbestimmt article case, that will also be same, adding extra en with both the cases. So wir können hier einen frischen Käse kaufen. Den frischen Käse. Frischen Käse. Angie, can you read this one?
Kleine Kinder sind immer freundlich. Die kleinen Kinder sind immer freundlich. Seine kleinen Kinder sind immer freundlich.
So here we are talking about children, which is a nominative case here. So here we have to see the adjective endings as per nominative case. So here we don't have any article, so only e, kleiner. Here with bestimmt article we will add extra en because this is plural case, and then here also extra en with plural case, because with all the plural cases we are adding extra en. Okay, now Rachel, can you read this one, Nummer 4?
Im Gasthof Luitpold Gibbs original music. In Gustav Luitpold Gibbs the original music. In Gustav Luitpold Gibbs eine original music.
So here first you tell me the adjective, the noun with which we have to add adjective ending. Is it nominative or accusative?
Nominative?
No, music here is accusative.
Accusative, yeah.
Yes, so whatever endings we will be adding here, that will be as per accusative only. And since music is feminine, so it's pretty simple to add. We'll just add extra e in all the cases, be it without article, be it with bestimmt article, or be it with unbestimmt article. Just extra e because our music is feminine. Okay, now I have like one more sheet which might make this task little simple. Okay, let's see this particular section first. Here we have adjective endings in nominative case only. This pink highlighted is with bestimmt article. This yellow highlighted is with this pink highlighted is with unbestimmt article. This yellow highlighted is with bestimmt article, and this no highlighted is with no article at all. Now just read the sentence one by one and now tell me if it's getting little more sensible in order to distinguish. All these are nominative cases basically. Then we will see the accusative cases and then the dative cases here. Rachel, can you read all these sentences for us one by one?
Masculine. Das ist ein schöner Park.
Mm-hmm.
Das ist der schöne Park. Das ist schöner Park.
Yes. Now, can you please try and tell me like why we have added these type of endings? I am asking you to elaborate because once you try to speak now like why this is happening, that will help you to learn. So these sentences are pretty simple and all three sentences are in nominative. So just try to explain so that you also understand that how they are behaving in terms of changing as per the bestimmt and unbestimmt article.
In masculine, das ist ein schöner. We will add er.
Because here
in the
we are
yeah
not,
because
nothing is being declared with ein, so we are
no
not able to understand whether park is masculine or feminine.
masculine
So
or feminine.
that is why we are adding extra er.
In das ist der schöne Park, there is an article there, so we will add e as an ending.
Yes, because we have declared the gender with there already.
Yeah. Und das ist schöner Park. There is also we will add er in because we didn't declare the article.
Because we don't have any article here to declare the gender. Yeah. So this er is coming from there, which we use for masculine. Sehr schön. Now, Angie, can you do the same for us for this neutral sentences?
Okay. Das ist ein bekanntes Café. Das ist das bekannte Café. Das ist bekanntes Café. So, das ist ein bekanntes. There is gender. It's ein. So we added es only.
Yes, because nothing we are able to understand whether cafe is masculine or feminine. Because here also it's ein and here also it's ein. So here we are taking this es from das in order to declare okay, cafe is das cafe. With yellow highlighted sentence.
The same with this one. There is what is this article? That it's neutral
Mm-hmm.
case. The cafe is in neutral case, so we added letter E only.
Yes, so we are not doing any, any extra addition, just simply E because we have das already.
And here, yeah, we added ES because there is no, what do you call this one?
Yeah, because we don't have any
Yeah.
article to declare,
Article, yeah.
right? So we are taking this es from das to declare that cafe is das cafe. Same with feminine. Feminine, as I said, is simple because whatever the case will be, like in nominative, basically be it with bestimmt article, unbestimmt article, or no article. Since it's D, it's feminine, so only extra E will be there in all three cases. So this is the simplest one. Now talking about plural, another thing, no matter what the case is, we will be adding extra en. So with feminine, we are adding extra e, and with plural, we are adding extra en. Now let's quickly see for accusative also. Angie, can you read this?
Ich suche einen den schönen Park.
Hmm. So here, park is basically accusative. What I am looking for a park. So I will add ending as per accusative case. So accusative masculine case is always special. So be it bestimmt article or unbestimmt article, I will be adding extra en, either with unbestimmt article or bestimmt article or with no article at all. So ich suche einen schönen Park, ich suche den schönen Park und ich suche schönen Park. So en with all the cases. Now, Rachel, can you read this neutral case for us?
Ich suche ein bekanntes Café. Ich suche das bekannte Café.
Suche. Search.
Suche. Ich suche ein bekanntes Café. Ich suche das bekannte Café. Ich suche bekanntes Café.
Yes, so it will be as same to as we have this with nominative. So nothing is going to change with neutral, feminine and plural. Everything will remain same. It's just this masculine case is being treated little specially because this there changes to then. Now quickly jumping to the dative examples. Okay, so Rachel, again, can you read this masculine case for us, like all three cases?
Kannst du mir einen schönen Park empfehlen? Kannst du mir den schönen Park empfehlen? Kannst du mir schönen Park empfehlen?
So here, this empfehlen basically is to suggest, and this empfehlen is basically a dative verb. So park here will be dative, and here we will use adjective endings as per the dative case. So, okay, so here with unbestimmt article we have einem already, so we will adding extra en. Here with them also we have declared the gender with them, so extra en only. And here we don't have any article to declare the gender, so we will add this em with shown, so no extra en to be added. So this em is coming from this einem and this them. Same will happen with neutral case. And Angie, can you read this for us?
Yeah. Kannst du mir einen bekannten Kaffee empfehlen? Kannst du mir den bekannten Kaffee empfehlen? Kannst du mir bekannten Kaffee empfehlen?
So here also same thing is happening, which was happening with this masculine case, because there and das will change to einem and them. So cafe is das cafe, which will change to einem or them. So we have em here already to declare the gender. So just adding extra en with our adjective. And with this third case, we don't have any article, so adding extra en, which is coming from this them and einem. Angie, please quickly read this one also, this feminine case and this plural case also.
Okay. Kannst du mir einer bekannten Kneipe empfehlen? Kannst du mir der bekannten Kneipe empfehlen? Kannst du mir bekannter Kneipe empfehlen? Kannst du mir den bekannten Würdigkeiten empfehlen? Kannst du mir bekannten Sehenswürdigkeiten empfehlen?
Okay, this Sehenswürdigkeiten is basically like worth seen places. Sehenswürdigkeiten, worth seen places. Okay, so now quickly talking about this feminine case, Kneipe, that means bar, which is die Kneipe. So die will change to der, einer, oder der, and here also we are adding extra en. So with all the datives, we are adding extra en. And then here, with the third case where we don't have any gender where we don't have any article to declare the gender, so we are taking this er from this einer and there. Same goes with plural. Sehenswürdigkeiten, worth seen places, is plural. So the plural will change to den. So den bekannten Sehenswürdigkeiten. And here also extra en. This en with no article is coming from this en, not this one. So with no article, whatever we are adding is coming from the ending of this bestimmt or unbestimmt article. Okay. So now for I will be wrapping up this class for now. For 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what your task will be, you will go through this sheet again, followed by this table which we talked about, and then I will give you another sheet which will be practice for adjective endings. So here there will be one blank section followed by the answers. So what you have to do, you just have to see the answer, you just have to do the answers, you just have to fill in the blanks and then check the answers on your own, because there are like multiple exercises and I will be adding more to it. So the more you will practice, the better it will be. In case any sentence, any topic, any case is not clear, you can just highlight it and ping it to me on WhatsApp, and then I'll explain why this is behaving in this manner. Okay. So first, to do this homework, you just have to go through these two sheets. This is for example, and this is to make your base more strong, how this is happening. Or maybe you can see this sheet also, which you have just made in your copy. Okay. Okay. Then we'll see on Monday.
Bis Montag. Danke.
Bis Montag.
Tschüss.
Tschüss.